Amusing banter. That's a high demand. Banter I can do. We have an announcement?
We have an announcement.
Oh, thank God.
There's a car in the parking lot that has its lights on.
Okay. Nobody said and I'm Jessica.
And I'm Mira.
And we are the women behind Usability Camp. She is the mastermind. I am just the assistant. Usability Camp basically it has been inspired by David and DemoCamp, Camp, and Case Camp. Basically, the idea is to bring together the usability community, whether it's web usability, product usability, or tech usability.
Yeah, so we're going to have real-world designers, tech people, all showing up on World Usability Day, November 14th, and you can sign up on usabilitycamp.org. The site isn't completely done yet, but you can shoot us an email and reserve your spot. We'll have something up this week, and we've already had a lot of interest from people who've gone to usability events last year, and there are a number of people already expressing interest, so we'll give you full details if you want to come and see us afterwards. But we have some really cool speakers, including an industrial designer from Umbra, and our friends at Concept Share will be there, and
Sapiens as well. So we've got a nice mix of people, and the idea is to really have a social event as well, really merge those worlds and open up the conversation about design in general. So we hope to see that.
all right, thanks.
I got small hands. Is the projector on?
It's on. What? Small eyes.
Twice. Yes.
I don't think you need the introduction.
Me so.
Everyone who's been to DemoCamp before probably knows our next speaker.
Hi, I'm Sasha Chula. I'm from the University of Toronto. I'll be hireable in April. So,
I highly recommend. What are you going to show us?
I'm going to show you Livin, Vida, Emacs. Apparently, this is the demo camp of the Living Dead. Halloween is next week, and today we have small talk and list. I'm the list person. Lots of that, you must have seen like David Conway's talk. He called list like porridge and toenail clippings. Yes.
What do you hope to get out of your demo tonight?
A lot of crazy ideas, and maybe the phone numbers of the 6 Emacs geeks in Toronto. one Emacs geek.
Two.
Oh. And maybe I'll get the rest of them. Wow, 4.
David counts as half of the Emacs.
Maybe I can get the VI users to change their mind.
Just out of curiosity, how many people here have used Emacs before?
Whoa.
Wow.
No way. All of you are in VI now, I guess.
I'm on methadone.
Oh, you're going to need it after this.
What should the community hope to get out of your presentation?
Well, you're going to get an idea of what happens when you have an insanely customizable environment and a geek with too much time on her hands. So we're going to see like some of the crazy things I've come up with over the past few years. She'll throw some ideas out there, and who knows, maybe you'll come across some cool things you never thought software can or should do.
All right. Take it away.
All right. So this is Emacs. And you gotta wonder what people are so intimidated by. I mean, it's a text editor, right? It's got menus. It's got buttons. It's got pretty little buttons for save and open file. And don't mind the terms because after all, Emacs was around before the word window was standardized. So what's so scary That is standard code. I'm serious. Because Emacs is more than just a text editor, it's a way of life. And I'm going to show you what that is very briefly. But first I'm going to show you all the little bits of code that people have criticized it rightly so for. For example, Emacs contains the Emacs doctor. When you get really tired with your program, you can actually talk to a built-in psychotherapist. Can everyone, let's see, let's try this.
Is that what Emacs does, Steve? Is Emacs talking to you through those headphones?
Anyway, it also has an adventure game. So for the people who remember what adventure games are like, you can actually get a shovel, go east again, and dig. Emacs. But that's not all. It also has random CS theory. Like the Towers of Hanoi. If you run this for like Towers of Hanoi 64, you can, run this until the world is ending, but it'll do it quite happily. And it's even got crazy little stuff like Snake. Remember, this is a text editor. I don't know why there's Snake. But of course, my favorite game is in there too. How do people recognize this game? And serious, proper. It's a full game. I can play NetHack here. And I can actually even script it to take screenshots, which is great when you can't remember where you put those spell books and all of that stuff. So, Emacs. For some reason, the text editor has games in it. And that's probably the reason why most of you run away from it, because it's got so much code. But I'm here to talk about what Emacs is like as a way of life. For example, you can use it to learn stuff. And this is actually pretty handy because I was in Japan studying Japanese and the technical industry, and it was kind of nice having flashcard program. You type in Japanese, it handles all the Unicode stuff properly. It's great for studying. What happens though, is that because Emacs is so scriptable, well, I was like, this is kind of boring, so let's spice it up. Now, you can get fortunes in Emacs, right? So I wrote this little piece of code that told me a joke every time I got the correct answer. And to demonstrate that, if I get the correct answer, it changes to fortune. If I don't get the right answer, it does nothing. So, this is an example of what happens when you've got an insanely customizable piece of software and a person with too much time in your hands. She's like, I want to make learning fun and interesting, I have jokes. Okay. Fine. What else can you do with this? Well, I use Emacs to run my life. That's my planner. That's my task list. It's got my to-do list, it's got my notes and all of that stuff. And so this task list has, among other things, the ability to produce very detailed time reports. So I use Emacs to manage my time, and I can even, for the contractors among you, make very, very detailed time logs if you want to see how that works. Ta-da! Broken down by the task, down to the second. As you can see, my time estimates are kind of off today. But it's really, really cool. I can use this to blog as well. So if anyone has seen my website, you'll notice that I've actually got my blog over there, and it's very easy to actually blog something, because all I have to do is type hello world, and I've got this random tagline and everything. This is a blog entry, and let's put that in Technorati too, why don't we? Blog it to a page, it does the RSS thing, posts it to my blog, and when I eventually get around to uploading that, it'll be on the web. Let's actually upload that. Emacs, of course, has a shell. Random stuff. web browser within Emacs, within which I have been blogging today's DemoCamp. And that's all there. Then that's how I live my life within Emacs. I can surf the web with tab browsing. Look at that, see? Tab browsing. Tab browsing with images. Where are there images in this? There, see images. Okay, what else is fun? Sometimes you really want Firefox, and it's very easy to get something over here to show up over there. You know, you call a function, it turns up over there. Other things you can do, but I tend to live most of my life within Emacs. So what else can I do within Emacs? I can hyperlink to pretty much anything. People have taken a look at my task list online. Notice that sometimes I'll have email from whatever, and on my local system that translates to an email link. So I can go from my task list to an email message, and that's one of the killer features for me personally. Because I can never keep on top of my email, but because I can create tasks that are hyperlinked to stuff like this, I can go back to stuff. The hyperlinks are automatically picked up. So for example, if I'm browsing my mail, and if I'm reading my mail and I say, oh, you know, I need to send Joe Whitney the Halloween plans, it shows up on my planner, automatically hyperlinked, which is pretty cool, which is pretty fun. Other things I can do with this, I can hyperlink to people's contact information. The bottom of my page has like email sent, for example. Vida Sevilia's contact information over there. Again, it's all a hyperlink. All of that information is within Emacs. You know, let's say Greg Wilson's information is there. You know, again, because I'm living my life within Emacs. What else can I do? I can hyperlink to email, as you've already seen. It's great when I create tasks from email messages. And this is interesting code that I have. Let me show you that. I'm not going to shy away from showing you the code. In fact, I'm going to very happily drown you in parentheses. Now, where are we? One of the things I have a problem with is managing my email. So I got this little bit of code here that tells me whether I'm the only recipient for a message, one of a few recipients for a message, one of the few people in a CC, or one of many, many people. And that helps me determine, like, the exclamation mark at the far left over there. Hang on a sec. Let's get back to my mail. Yeah, for example, the exclamation mark at the far left means if I'm the only person that's been sent to. This one is I'm one of several people been emailed and so on and so forth. Oh, again, there's all these little hats. They're kind of nifty. PPD interfaces, so I can go from my email to my notes about the person. I can go from there to adding a note about the person. Hi Goran, I know you're in the audience. And when I send email, it automatically keeps track in their contact information. So again, this is an example of crazy, customizable text editor / way of life. You get this crazy idea, you say, hey, you know what, if I keep track of email, you just go ahead and make that happen. And I use it also to cheat at being thoughtful and you know, having a good memory. So for example, I can get it to automatically fill in the nicknames for messages. Take this guy, Paul Lizard. If I propose a message to him, then it will automatically insert his nickname and all my notes about him. And so that just in case I've forgotten who he is in this massive email that I'm sending out, it will insert those notes and it will remove them. I got this idea from someone who described an email-based contact relationship management system. I was like, hey, you know, that would be kind of cool to steal. So I spent half an hour hacking it into Emacs, and now I have it. Not only that, I can have customized signatures. So in this case, for example, I know that he's also an its documentation. Yes.
Are you ever afraid that Emacs is going to remove you from the loop?
Well, that's actually funny because that Emacs psychotherapist that I mentioned earlier, there's actually code to use that in IRC, so you can just say /doctor and it will take the last line in the IRC channel and reply to it using the funky Virginian whatever. Why do you say that the eye sucks? Stuff like that. So I can actually remove myself from the loop if I want to. If I really want to. Again, I can add notes to messages, get those notes removed before that, keep track of subjects and DVD records, stuff like that.
Is there a quit feature?
So, all these crazy things, the main thing that I want to show you is that you can do really, really crazy stuff if you've got that. In fact, one of the things I played around with when I was in undergrad was Emacs speech synthesis. And how does that work? Now let's fast forward to the end of my DemoCamp presentation, because we are nearly out of time anyway. And say...
So those are just a few examples of the crazy stuff you can do if you have an infinitely tweakable environment. Sasha, remember to plug in the speakers. Demo.
Sorry, let's try that again.
DemoCamp is welcome to Emacs. What else do you want it to do?
You can hack anything into it. What's your questions?
You kept going. I don't know if there's any questions that...
It's very dangerous because people have asked me questions about what's not in Emacs yet, and
Where's the web server?
there is actually an httpd.pl file, and people do serve websites from Emacs.
Sorry, how much coffee do you have today?
I don't drink coffee. I really am just like this. People have told me not to drink coffee because they think it might be dangerous for other people's health. If you want to learn more about Emacs, you can find me. If you don't want to learn about Emacs, you probably should never talk to me because I will talk about it at some point in time. It's crazy fun.
I just don't even know how to follow up on that. So that's all 5 demos for tonight. Are there other announcements?
Julie.
Mr. Purvis.
I know we all love camps, and I've got one more to tell you about. We're doing another iteration of our Enterprise 2.0 camp coming up on November 7th. We've just set the dates. So if you are interested in coming out, talking about, learning about, or sharing ideas around this general stuff we call 2.0-ness and business and the enterprise,